Can you adjust the
Yeah, let him get it going.
chat?
All right, you should be live.
I should be live. I should have been live a few minutes ago is what I should have been, but I wasn't. And now the question is, am I? They're saying I'm on air. So let's tell everybody to refresh because looky there. There is my glorious mug live from the base, not the foothills, but the base of the Rocky Mountains in northern Colorado. It is JC Live. I'm Joel Comm, and I got Dan Nickerson is here, my plucky comic relief. I'm glad you guys join us on this April 1st. There's a lot of seriously exciting news going on, and I don't want to hesitate to bring in our guests. Let me tell you about this guy. Look at the size of his bio. It's like his whole rap sheet right here. Cameron Johnson started his first business at the tender age of 9. Not just age, a tender age. By 12, he was making $50,000 a year selling Beanie Babies on the internet. I did Beanie Babies too, but not for 50 grand. At the age of 15, his online ad network was generating $15,000 a day in revenue. That same year, he became the youngest American appointed to the board of a Tokyo-based company. His autobiography, 15-Year-Old CEO, was published in Japanese, became an instant bestseller. He's launched a bunch of business. Entrepreneur magazines written about him. By the time he was 21, he had started 12 profitable internet companies. He is featured in more than 250 media outlets worldwide. You know all the names. He's the bestseller of You Call the Shots, and a lot of you guys know him as the finalist on Oprah's The Big Give Show in 2008. He has come all the way to Colorado just to see you. Why don't you welcome Cameron Johnson?
Thanks, my friend. Good to be here.
So glad to have you.
Good to be with you.
Thanks for coming. What do you think of our set?
For sure, I love it. This is so much more than I was expecting. It's nice.
You expected like my basement, like Wayne's World.
Yeah, I was on Jay Leno's set last month, and I think you might have him beat. This
You
is
think
nice.
so? Yeah, Jay. I got to attend the Letterman show a couple weeks ago in New York. That's the closest I've gotten to being on Letterman. Is I got VIP treatment there and got to go up on stage and sit at Dave's desk. Afterwards, you
did a video about that, right?
I wanted to fling pencils. I don't know if it was a video. There was
I saw a video. Okay.
And of course, Dan Nickerson, co-host. Make sure it's on and unmuted.
Oh, I don't even have a mic today.
Okay,
Am I good?
let's see.
I'll lean this way.
Am I muted?
It's all good.
I'll lean.
I am not muted.
Okay.
It's good? It's good enough? Okay. So, hey, thanks, guys, for coming and joining us today. I'm excited. Every time we have a special guest here, it's a lot of fun. And you've come on a very unique day because today is the Flying Monkey Office Olympics.
I didn't know what I signed up for.
Yeah, and you're going to be the official referee and judge. Now that you're here, you can call the shots. So it's like you're hosting another show.
I know. It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
It was on YouTube last year. You got hundreds of views.
Really?
Okay.
Among the office.
No, in fact, we're going to show last year's Flying Monkey Olympics during this show. So for those of you who missed it, we had, 8 or 9 of us at the time. And I don't even have, there's my monkey. There's the Infomedia Flying Monkey. Does this one even work? No, this is a defective one. I'm going to need an official Flying Monkey at some point that actually will scream when he flies. But now we've got 27 people that are participating in today's event. I am going to stream some of it live from my iPhone. The new Ustream broadcast app is amazing. And if you have a jailbroken phone, you can download it from ustream.tv. Otherwise, there's no other way for you to use it. But we're going to stream some of that. We will be videoing the entire event so that you guys can see later what we've done. But with a special guest here, I want to talk a little bit more about him. What did you do? Your first business at the age of 9. What were you? What was that?
Well, it was obviously really small. It was printing greeting cards and stationery. So anything that I could print, with my computer, I would print and then sell them to, anyone that would buy them, my friends and family and parents, and mainly my parents.
Yeah, but you were entrepreneurial. You were like, money.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun, though. It was always a hobby. So in addition, to playing soccer and other stuff, late at night, I would, do these little businesses.
But a lot of people do stuff as hobbies, and they're not thinking, how can I turn a coin, for this?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 8 years old, I wrote a letter to Donald Trump. And I said to to Donald Trump. I said, "Dear Mr. Trump, my name is Cameron Johnson. I just got straight A's. My parents are bringing me to New York for the very first time. We're staying at your hotel, the Plaza." The only reason I knew who Donald Trump was because he was on the movie Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. And he owned the Plaza, and Macaulay Culkin in the film stayed at the Plaza.
Okay.
So we were staying, this is all part of getting A's and going to New York. And I wrote him a letter, and I said the only thing I wanted to do when I was in New York City was I wanted to stay in the suite where the movie was filmed. Never heard back from him. Although I didn't even know how to address the envelope. I wrote Donald Trump, the Plaza Hotel, New York City.
Well, they know where to go with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, that's easy. It's
That's like writing to the IRS. It's,
it's Santa Claus.
Right.
They know where to deliver it. So I didn't ask my parents, and I didn't tell them that I wrote this letter. When we got to the hotel, the receptionist leans over, and she says, "You must be Cameron." And my parents are very confused as to how she would know, of course, my name. And she said, "Mr. Trump received your letter. He understands you want to see the suite. He's sorry he couldn't meet you personally, but he's arranged for you to stay in the suite the entire time you're here."
Wow.
And he did that because I wrote a letter to him when I was 8.
That is so cool.
So I wanted
Which
to be
goes
just like him.
back to something that I tell my kids all the time. It never hurts to ask.
I know.
Never.
And the first chapter of my book is called "Put Yourself Out There,"
Which you
because-
didn't bring me a copy of.
No, I mean it's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million.
I was going to give you a copy of this, but
Yeah. Well, then
No
you'd have
more.
to give me 2 copies to be fair trade.
balance out. Okay. Okay, so you got to stay in the suite, and you must have thought that, hey, all I got to do to make stuff happen is write a
letters.
letter.
Yeah. So that's what I did with the Beanie Babies, though. I wrote a letter to TY, the company that made them, asked to be a retailer, didn't tell them I was 12. They sent back an order form. I had made a few $1,000s from the Beanie Baby business, spent that money, bought the Beanie Babies, started selling them, buying wholesale, selling retail online.
Was that like at the beginning of the
Yeah,
Beanie
I
Baby
mean, it
craze?
was obviously-
So you were selling
was
like
timing.
the first generation.
And they were going for insane values, and I did secondary market stuff too, and I was going to I was making my mom drive me to flea markets on Sundays, and I'm haggling with these people that are quadruple my age on Beanie Babies, and
But she was probably good with it
fun.
when she saw the
It was-
money you were making.
yeah. Well, my parents never really knew the money I was making. They did know. They did know that they were taking me to the post office every day, and I was mailing like 40 orders. But they set me up with my own checking
And were you
account.
still asking for an allowance the whole time? I mean, Dad,
Well,
you
no.
still owe me.
Well, it's
you still owe me
funny.
that 20.
My dad's a businessman, so he actually started charging me $50 a month rent for all
there
these
you go.
5,000 Beanie Babies in the
Yeah.
closet in the basement.
No problem.
Yeah, so
You want that in
$50.
small bills?
Exactly.
Pull out your big wad of cash. So when did they discover that you were killing
It was at the end of that year when I told him I wanted to meet with like a financial planner. And then I had done a lot of research and I wanted to start investing in the stock market. And I set up a Roth IRA that year. So
And how much had you made at that point?
it was $50,000 at the end of that year, right before I turned 13.
And what did they crap their pants or what?
I mean, I think I don't really know their reaction. I think that, they knew I had to have been making something, but I don't think they had any idea that it was that successful.
Isn't Cameron cute? He's made a few $100s selling Beanie
Yeah.
Babies.
It kind of puts the lemonade stand to shame.
$50,000. All right, so from Beanie Babies, I'm going to skip ahead because you got so
Yeah.
much stuff going on. Let's talk about the book. What led to You Call the Shots?
I've always enjoyed telling my story, like going out and speaking to colleges and to, we've shared the stage together before.
You're not afraid
to
of the camera?
entrepreneurs. Where am I supposed to be speaking over here? Sorry, I thought you were the host.
No, that's good. I'm just saying you're not afraid of the camera. You're
Oh,
like
no.
totally comfortable.
So I always wanted to share my story and try and inspire, other people. If they can take one thing away, then that's great. So the book was sort of, an idea to put everything together, all the lessons I learned. And I probably learned something sitting down with my writer to co-author the book, just realizing that, hey, when I was doing it, it just came natural. But there are actually some lessons that make sense. Like how I use the media attention to help grow all of my businesses. Because media, getting free publicity is much better than any money you spend on advertising. People trust a story; they're always skeptical of an ad.
Yeah. By the way, this is going to cost you today.
And what?
This is not free publicity. Nobody told you there's a fee to appear on the show.
No.
It's like one of those places they call up and they tell you they want to do a show in you, then they tell you there's a $25,000
Yeah,
production fee.
that's how the airlines do it.
Don't you
Yeah.
love that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, we'll let you in
I'm
today.
curious whether you met Trump since and he remembers that story.
Well, there's a yes and a no to that.
Okay.
So when I wrote the book, whenever you have a book, you always want to try and get endorsements and send out manuscripts. So I sent Donald Trump a book, a copy with a manuscript, and a letter saying you probably don't remember me. And 2 days later, his assistant called, and whether it's true or not,
Yeah.
she said he remembers the exact story. and he's happy to write your forward. He's happy to give you an endorsement. He'll do whatever you want. And sure enough, he gave me an endorsement on the back cover. Really glowing endorsement.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm surprised. We'll jump back to his show
Probably
in a
did.
second.
And they knew
but-
me because they asked me to be on The Apprentice season 1 too. But I wasn't
they
able
did?
to.
Probably
Yeah.
turned a bigger net profit when you were 13 than his corporation.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
that's
the
common knowledge.
casino. Yeah, I mean, my
Yeah.
company made more than his casino last year. That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
that is funny. So, how did you get connected with Oprah?
After the book came out, I was doing the media thing, and Oprah was casting for a TV show. And she didn't personally come to me, of course, but her people called my people.
Open the door. You're in your slippers.
I was just clearing house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Oprah.
Cameron, hi, I'm Oprah.
You
I
may
hope
have
I'm
heard
not
of me.
bothering you.
Right. And what'd you say your last name was?
Yeah.
No, her people called my people. And sure enough, I was able to be a contestant, and then I was ultimately the runner-up on the show.
Which, now I wasn't aware of the show until it was towards the end, but watched it then, and I thought you should have won. I mean,
Right, yeah.
and I wasn't, really that biased or partial. We hadn't met yet. I just thought you did a better job.
Right.
What happened there?
Well, I was biased, and I thought I should have won. So
Yeah.
no,
Well, what do you think happened?
A lot of things go into that. It's also TV and all those things. But no, we never knew that there was a prize at the end. So somebody won $1 million, but I didn't feel like I lost anything. Although now I guess I did lose about $900,000.
Well, yeah, you won 100.
Yeah.
Second place gets 100, like in all
Right.
the shows, Survivor, The Apprentice, all that stuff.
No, but it was a lot of fun, and there's no better way to like win over America than to get second, on that show. If I was like, if I'm the .com guy and I go on a show and I win, then everyone would have hated me.
Right.
So
Not to mention
I'm happy.
leveraging that sort of celebrity too. I mean, you're the only one that is really in the public eye.
Yeah, what's the other guy doing?
And I was the and I was the youngest on the show. So that has a lot of effect too.
See, they should have put you on Celebrity Apprentice. Are you watching this
yeah,
season?
this is a good season.
Oh my goodness! So Rodman, the poor guy?
Now, did he get kicked off Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope
he's
so.
he's
Well, it was
a
T-vote, but
he's
it's
a full blown alcoholic. I mean, the guy is got a serious drinking problem, and personal issues. I mean, here's the basic thing. The guy comes from
Wow, no one saw that coming.
the guy comes from nowhere.
He's
great.
tattoos too, right?
Yeah, a couple
Yeah, I
in
think he
rings,
had
and
37, yeah.
it's not like, hey, look at me, I need attention. He played great on the court. That's all he did well. He's a nice guy, I'm sure, but that's over. And I'm thinking from a emotional level, he's thinking, I got it. What do I got?
But his whole persona has been train wrecked for 15 plus years or so.
And
that's what
and
everyone
on the
expects,
show,
and-
he
yeah.
he even sat there at the boardroom table and said, "Man, I was a superstar on the court." And there's Herschel saying, "Man, that was then.
Right.
That was then." And
Herschel was too.
yeah, but Herschel's
Herschel now
not-
has business and everything else.
Herschel's together, and what's his name? The motorcycle guy.
Oh yeah, Jesse.
Jesse,
yeah.
is
Not
sitting in the
Ventura,
center,
Jesse
and he
James.
said, I've got two superstars sitting on either side of me, and look at the contrast. And I hope Rodman gets help because he is spiraling.
Jesse
to-
said that.
No, I'm saying that.
Oh.
It's so obvious. It was
Right,
so
right.
hard. I mean, the women are all like, like this. Nobody's saying a word because it was so uncomfortable and awkward. So, but you would have been great. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, put me in, coach. I mean, the ideas that they're coming up with on some of the stuff, I'm like, oh, we would have crushed it.
Right. No, I
Killed
know
it.
it's fun, and I don't want to compete on another reality show. I've got a show of my own that I'm working on right now, and I've been hosting a show in London.
Okay, so what's the one you've been hosting?
It's a show called Beat the Boss, and it's
Do I
somewhat.
need to hide?
yeah, you beat him with.
Bludgeon him with Dan on a stick.
Yeah, right. So it's similar to if you can picture The Apprentice crossed with Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So we take three 12-year-old kids, and they compete against
That's
three
great.
millionaire business people, and they have 24 hours, and it's in season 4. It's a big show over there
Wow.
on the BBC.
Very cool.
Which means
So
it'll
they
come
pay you
over
to
in a
do
couple
that?
years.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly. Not sure
Possibly
yet.
come here, but yeah, they
That
pay me.
always does.
That's good.
Yeah.
And what's the show that you're working on, the new one?
There's not too much I can say.
What can you say?
But it's hopefully a big network show,
Mm-hmm.
and it should be life-changing for the people that compete on it.
Cool.
And
That's what we need more of that. You
yeah.
know, the entertainment stuff is fine, but let's have an impact and make a
Right.
difference.
Right. This is it's going to be really exciting. So right now
Are you
we're
going to bring in
negotiating.
entrepreneurs to?
Yeah, everyone's got to be wicked smart and really competitive. So think about it like a competition for the most resourceful person in America, and the winner gets everything they could dream of. You know,
All I need
the American dream.
is Dan on a stick.
That's right.
That's it. No, I don't need Dan on a
To win, you
stick.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but are you
So
gonna,
anyways.
like, on The Apprentice, they'll bring in a guy with a company like Tony Shea from Zappos or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So I'm just throwing my hat over here in the ring for when it comes time to cast people.
Sounds good.
What do you guys think? Yeah, they keep telling me I need to have my own show though, which I do. I mean, we've got.
Well, I can bring you on mine, and then
160
you can have your own.
There you go. It's a done deal.
Done deal. We'll talk about it later.
Bam. So let's see. You guys got some questions for Cameron? Go ahead and type them in here. Joe Sugarman says hi.
Hi, Joe.
Joe is awesome.
He's such a good friend.
Joe wrote a nice testimonial for the book too.
Joe's been a mentor to me and a great friend. And hello.
Blue blocker guy, absolutely.
And brilliant marketer.
That should be
Next
used
Internet
to be.
Millionaire 2. No plans to do Next Internet Millionaire 2. How can you get started in making money? I'm 17.
I'm 17 question mark.
His last name's Johnson.
Let's see. How can you get started in making money? I mean, first of all, you have to ask yourself, what do you like doing? For me, it started off with a printing company because that's what I had access to do. I couldn't start off building an ad network because I didn't know anything about that. So I think it's based on your own internal knowledge, but it's really based on taking the first step because everybody's got an idea. And the only thing the internet does is it puts everyone on an equal playing field. So if the three of us start a business today and you're in Colorado, and I'm in Virginia or Zimbabwe, we have the same competitive global marketplace to compete on and the same resources. So it's great.
I'm tweeting out here that you're just a pleasure to have on the show and telling people to retweet. How can I make money online? I'm 46. I'm 15. My son is 12. Let's see. What do we got here? What do you advise on today's challenging situation? So talk about the economy.
Sure.
Not politics, but the
Right,
economy.
sure. Well, that's very interesting because for me, I don't know how we can spend our way out of this because it's a huge problem. If you're having personal debt issues, you don't spend your way out of that. I don't think that's ever
I'm
happened.
$10 in debt. Let me. Can I borrow $10 so I can pay off that $10?
And then I'm clear, right? Yeah.
Is my button broken or is it just off? You guys turned it off. Don't. Chris the Hand has been malicious messing with the set.
So I think the one of the things that I'm most knowledgeable on, because I've consulted for Ford Motor Company and my father owns a Ford Lincoln Mercury dealership back home. So one of the things I'm most familiar with, and I ran the dealership for 2 years. So I can talk about the car business.
When do you sleep?
I sleep on planes.
I get
mainly.
that all the time too. When do you sleep?
Yeah.
Well, at night,
Yeah.
traditionally.
Right, traditionally.
When
at
my
night
eyes are
or on
closed.
planes. So the auto industry, it doesn't matter how much money the government gives GM and Chrysler, bailing them out. They're not selling any cars. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You could give them $100 billion, but that's just going to float them that much longer.
It's enough to
It's
pay
being
salaries
wasted.
and for
Right.
the CEOs to take bonuses.
Exactly, but it's not selling
Where's my
cars.
bailout?
Right. So we need tax credits for people that buy cars if you want to get money flowing again.
What do you think about? Oh, here's a controversial one. What do you think about The Secret?
I two comments on The Secret, or maybe just one.
You're gonna attract them. Are you gonna manifest 2 comments?
Well, well, give me a second.
I'm thinking Dan on a stick. There it is. The secret is out.
It's called the law of probability, not the law of attraction.
The lore. Are you from like the east or what?
I'm from the east.
The lore.
I'm from Maine.
If you're from Chicago, the Sourcage. I'm sorry.
Chicago,
Go ahead. Your
uh-oh.
2 comments on The Secret.
I think it really depends on if it works for you, it works. So do I think the material is necessarily that valuable or that genius? Maybe not. But there's also value in someone just reading something and really getting something out of it. So
But is
do
the
I think it
universe-
actually is true? Probably not.
Is the universe on your beck and call? And
No.
can you?
No.
I'm not constipated. I'm manifesting.
Right.
All I know is if you get 1 million people trying the system out, I guarantee you can get 1,000 testimonials of people that it worked for.
Exactly.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, and people believe
Gonna
what they want to
overload,
believe.
too, if you get 1 million
Probability.
people.
Here's
It's a lot of probability.
here's my take on it, although it's unsolicited, is that people need to believe in something. We all do. We're wired that way, and I think there's things to believe in. But what the secret does is it gives us a false sense of empowerment that we can really change by our thinking. We change us by our thinking. And we influence others because people are attracted to people who are positive. But that's because people are attracted to people who are positive, not because you were thinking,
Right.
I'm going to be positive. It's natural. It's the laws of the universe.
If you're going to hang out with drug addicts, chances are you're going to be a drug addict.
Yeah.
If you're going to hang out with millionaires, chances are, you know.
Been there, done that. Long time ago in a galaxy far, 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 far,
I should have
far
done an April
away.
Fool's spoof for the secret. I'll do that next year.
The secret is nothing more than old common psychology, says random Ustreamer. Let's see. We can think about good things rather
It's
than bad
spring.
things. Dan, why are you wearing no socks?
I don't wear socks in springtime.
It is, although it is 35 degrees out
is,
today.
yeah.
It's
So
still
our
warm for
our Flying Monkey Office
New England.
Olympics is really going to be the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
So hey, I said a few things we're going to do today. We got a lot of news. One, I said I'm going to give away a copy of Twitter Power. One to
this guy got
you,
a call
but
from Oprah.
also one to a random. 90699 wants to know if you'll have their baby, and I'm not going to say her baby because we don't know if it was a her or he.
So we'll have to leave the jury out on that.
Right. The other thing is the latest edition of the Top One report is getting into the mail, and there is big news. Can we do a tight shot on here, Chris? Big cover story. This has been under wraps for some time, and we're finally able to announce it. There, I don't know if you guys can read it clearly on the cover or not, but here's what it says: Special report: Federal judge awards Joel Comm royalty rights to .com. This is a battle that we have been fighting for a long time, and we're finally there. The article inside provides some details. There's the World Wide Web judge. There he is. And I'll just give you a taste of it. This is actually on my blog at joelcomm.com. You can go and read the whole article. But in a landmark decision that will sure to usher in a new world internet order, a World Wide Web judge has just granted internet marketing guru and entrepreneur Joel Comm the exclusive trademark rights to the .com web address suffix, placing all websites everywhere with a .com domain under the jurisdiction and discretion of Joel Comm. And it's been a long time coming. So you can read more about this if you'll go to the blog at joelcomm.com. And there's going to be some new regulations and new registration requirements as well.
In fact, the Google redirect will be up later today, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yahoo
somebody's
paid
saying,
you X amount to redirect Google.
Somebody's saying April Fools.
Yeah.
Hey, this is actually a tearaway cover on the Real newsletter. That this, so you can keep this for posterity, especially if you fell for it for even a second. There's the tearaway in the article, and there is the Real cover. And the future is mobile. This is all about mobile marketing, and this is a great edition. It's 24 pages now, and it's growing. If you guys want a free copy, go to toponereport.com and sign up. You got 30 days to tell me if you don't like it, and we'll cancel it. Otherwise, $29.95 a month, and worth every penny according to our subscribers. And it's worth it just for the great April Fool's spoof.
Can we get a little plug for my April Fools?
Oh yes, Dan. Well, that's not April Fool's though. You've got a real product.
Yeah, they already know about it. I'm sure they're following Twitter.
You can come on back out again, Chris, and get us to it is out. Okay. So
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
do want to mention that I've been working on a product for quite some time, and I know that information overload is a serious problem with people, so
Yeah.
they're looking for ways to conquer it. So I got a bunch of internet marketers together to put this resource together. So Chris, if you could type in, it's informationoverloadcures.com. Cures? Yep. So if you go check out informationoverloadcures.com, I think you really like this this resource. Really help you conquer the problem. That's all I gotta say.
Shane, did you get my DM on Twitter about the Success Circuit contest winner? No, I don't see all the DMs. Chris, if you'll get with Shane Hudson and get the information for the winner, we'll make sure that he gets the book for that. Information Overload Cures. You guys got to go take a look at this. This page is it's a riot.
By the way, there's an affiliate program too. So
Yeah, you can actually make money promoting an April Fool's joke.
Yes.
So go check that out when you get a chance. Flying Monkey Office Olympics is today. I have recruited Cameron to be the ombudsman, which I don't even know what the ombudsman. It's like the
spell it?
overseer. OMBUDSMAN.
sounds like a
Ombudsman.
drunk guy asking for a beer.
Yeah. Pass me another ombudsman. Not the ombudswoman, the ombudsman. And for those of you who don't know what the Flying Monkey Office Olympics is, we've got video of last year's event for you. We're going to go ahead and roll that now, and you're going to see what you're in for.
Okay.
It'd be a little rough transition because I didn't have time to get it set up.
It's a rough transition. You know, this is the way we do things here. It's Team Rhino says, Dan, I'm enjoying the 22 days
Yes.
boot camp. By the way, do I have a Twit Power link for that?
Yeah, Twit Power 9HN, I believe.
Hang on.
9 capital HN.
Hang on, twitpower.com.
Yeah, Joel has been the only affiliate. He's cleaning up right now.
First annual Flying Monkey Office Olympics. Otherwise known as FMU. The Flying Monkey stands for all that is good and good with the world. It stands for you broke him. Oh, we have a casualty already. The event has not even started yet.
You killed your monkey!
He's just stretching.
Disqualified!
In Trash Monkey, contestants will have 3 chances to shoot their monkeys across the room and into a trash can. 2 points will be awarded for each monkey that lands in the trash. One point! 2 points. Give yourself 2 points under there. And he's out. Look at that. Chris, spot on. All right. After one event, Jared, Dan, Chris, and myself are tied for first place with 2 points each. Sarah Jane, Melissa, and Joel Lomby are scoreless. In this event, contestants will fire their monkeys into a set of bowling pins. Okay, their bodies. Points will be given for each pin that's knocked down. This might be easier than we thought. Okay, into a set of points will be given for each pin that's knocked down.
Crouch. Any shot? Monkey crouch. Monkey crouch.
Strikes are tough. After 2 events, Jared holds a narrow lead over myself and Dan, who are tied for second. You know, that's a taste, a flavor. If you guys want to see the full Flying Monkey Office Olympics from last year, just Google Flying Monkey Office Olympics Joel, and it'll come up
And
first.
the DVD is what, $16.99?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right, actually, multiple copies for each
Right.
person. Anyway, today, now we've got 27 employees that are going to be participating. We're actually dividing people into countries, so it'll be a team effort. And there's going to be a monkey relay where you'll have to shoot it to each member of the team. We've got those big foam bats, and we're going to do like monkey baseball, pitch it, and bam! It's going to be a lot of fun. We
World
got,
Cup.
Can you
We
get that
got
sound effect
food.
again? We can put, yeah.
I need my monkey, by the way. Oh, there's some right there. Dan, grab a
They're naked though.
nakedmonkeys.com. Okay, so
It's a
let's make sure this
separate-
one's functional. This is broken. Do we have one that actually works?
Someone says we should do it with real monkeys.
There we go. This is a working monkey. So, here is the monkey. This is the official mascot of Infomedia. And Cameron, they want to know if you've considered becoming a real Hollywood actor.
I mean, no.
No. Here we go. Oh,
Ooh.
LCD. Dan, what is that? What is this? The island of Dr. Moreau or
Question.
something?
I have a question.
Raise your monkey hand
Apparently
if you're
fell
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oops.
So, tell us the companies that you're running now. I mean, you're doing TV
Yeah.
and stuff. What are you doing?
I mean, it's been interesting. I sold my last company, Certificate Swap, 4 years ago. And then I ran our dealership sales departments for 2 years. And past 2 years, I've been doing Big Give, which just aired '08, and then hosting this BBC show. And now I've been sort of focused more on TV than the business world, than the .com world, only because I think TV is such an incredible, powerful medium.
It is.
Once you get to the TV, then you can build all the businesses around it. So, I've got a couple .com companies I'll be doing later this year, but right now it's just TV.
Very cool. Any more books coming?
Yeah, I've got a book that I'm working on for next year. It's financial literacy for young people. Because if it's amazing, you can graduate high school, go off to college, and you've never even been taught how to balance a checkbook.
I know,
So I mean,
it's
we can
amazing.
sort of track back. People are never taught how to buy a house. They're never taught what they can afford. They don't know.
Do you know Brown Mincher?
No.
I need to introduce you. He's a local guy, and you guys are on the same path. I'll
Cool.
show you his book in here. Very much all about financial literacy,
Cool.
and as many voices as we can get, screaming this. Hopefully, we'll get some of the politicians'
Sure.
attention and make a real change.
Yeah.
It's the stuff they're teaching them in school.
Right.
School is not the place to be teaching values.
No.
That's the home.
Right.
Let's teach them practical skills that are actually going to impact their lives.
Right. It's hard to teach them too in the home though when you've got record household debt. So whose responsibility is it to teach the kids?
Yeah.
And I think there's a cool way you can do it using TV. Taking college kids, showing the situation that they're in, the debt and everything that they're dealing with, and make it into a fun type, makeover show for MTV or something else. And make it fun.
It's not an idiot box because it's an electronic thing you plug into the wall. It's
Right.
idiot box because of the stuff that comes through it. And if we can get some quality programming on there, that would